Welcome to your yoga practice. Today we're going to be moving a little bit faster, a little bit stronger, really building some heat and energy. So we'll start in our child's pose. Toes are touching, knees are wide, hands are reaching out in front of you, and buttocks is resting onto the heels, forehead onto the mat. And as always, we'll just start by observing our breath, observing our mind, and just start to slow down. Maybe taking an inhale through the nose and exhale, sighing it out through the mouth. And then starting to connect with your breath, really feeling the belly rise and fall between the thighs. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose for the same count. So inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4. And just adjusting that accordingly and trying to maintain that count throughout the practice. If it's within your practice, you can start connecting with your Ujjayi pranayama, your victorious breathing. A slight constriction of the back of the throat. And now coming to think of an intention for this practice. Something that will serve you both on and off of the mat. So maybe it's something like, I am energized, I am strong, I am grateful. Anything you feel will serve you today. If nothing comes to mind, you can always dedicate your practice to someone, sending them positive energy. With our breath count set now and our intention established, we're going to make our way into our first downward dog of the day. So tucking into the toes, sending the bum up to the sky, making sure that the length of our down dog is the same length as our plank, so measuring that out. Making sure that the feet are hip distance apart, the heels are drawing towards the mat. If the hammies are tight, you're more than welcome to bend into the knees. Making sure that our chest is moving towards our thighs. If our legs are straight, the thighs are active. And we're rolling out of the shoulders by making sure that our fingers are spread wide. The index fingers are pointing to the top of the mat and the inner biceps are wrapping up towards the sky. Your gaze is to your thighs. And you can bring any movement here. Maybe you want to pedal the legs out. Maybe you want to lift one leg at a time and open the hip. Take some time to find some stillness, really sealing your intention, setting your breath count before we start to move and cultivate some heat and energy. Bringing your gaze to your toes now, we're going to start to activate the core and the arms. So we're going to walk the hands to meet the feet at the back of the mat. You can bring a bend into the knees here. Great, just pausing in a forward fold now. And then walking the hands forward again, come to find your high plank. In our high plank, your legs are active, your core is active, the heels are almost pushing back. but the shoulders are over the wrists. We can also come to bring a slight rounding into the upper back, and just making sure you're not sticking the bum up to the sky and you're not sinking the hips to the mat. You're a nice solid plank here. Good, and then walk the hands back to meet the feet. Hang in forward fold, then walk them forward, plank. We won't hold here for too long. And then exhale, walk the hands back to the mat, fold forward. Last one, walk them forward, pause in your plank. From your high plank, you're going to come to your chaturanga. So bring the shoulders over the wrists. The legs are still active. You're going to lower yourself, bending into the elbows. Squeeze the elbows to the sides of your body. Good. Try pause when your arms are making a 90-degree angle. And then inhale, push yourself up, upward facing dog. In our up dog, our feet are flat, the tops of our feet are flat onto the mat. Our hips are drawing towards the backs of our hands and our thighs are hovering. Broaden chest, we're squeezing the shoulders together. And exhale, roll over the toes, downward facing dog. Good, take a few breaths here. With your next inhale, you're going to lift up that right leg now. Come to your three-legged dog. We're going to do three-legged dog crunches, is what I call them. So now moving the weight forward, you're going to bend into that right knee. Bring that right knee to kiss that left elbow. Try and hold here, hold, and then shoot it back up. Exhale. Inhale forward, bring that right knee to kiss your nose, and then shoot it back up. Exhale. Inhale, move forward, right knee comes to right elbow. Shoot it up, three-legged dog, and release the foot to the mat. We'll do that on the other side now. Inhale, lifting up that left leg, bending into the knee, bring the weight forward, left knee comes to right elbow. And then inhale, shoot it back up. Exhale, shoot it back up. Inhale, bring that left knee to your nose. And then shoot it back up again, three-legged dog. Last one, left knee comes to left elbow. Inhale, shifting the weight forward, and exhale, shoot it back up and lower the left leg, downward facing dog. Good job. That's a fun little challenge before we get into our full flow. But yeah, that's probably going to be one of the more difficult things you do this class, so that's the good news. From your downward facing dog, you're going to bring your gaze forward, walk the feet to meet your hands, and come to find Uttanasana, standing forward fold. The feet can be about hip distance apart. You can grab either elbow, let the head hang, maybe sway from side to side in a ragdoll. And then heel toe the feet together, bend into the knees, roll yourself up vertebra by vertebra, stand tall Tadasana. Tucking the tailbone, tucking the ribs, softening the shoulders and lengthening the spine. Coming into Sun Salutation A now. Inhale, palms to touch, reach them up to the sky, gaze to thumbs. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, come to make a flat back, creating a number 7-like shape with your body. And then exhale, plant the hands to the mat. Inhale, step back, high plank. And as you exhale, lower yourself, chaturanga, pause at 90. Inhale, push yourself up, upward facing dog, tops of feet are flat onto the mat, drawing the hips towards the hands. And exhale, roll over the toes, downward facing dog. Here, just for 3. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 1. Gaze comes forward and take your time to bend into the knees and then step, jump or float to your halfway lift, your flat back. And exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, bring the palms to touch, reach them up to the sky, gaze to thumbs. And exhale, release the hands through heart center, stand tall, Tadasana. Setting up for sun salutation B now. Inhale, sit low, Utkatasana chair pose. We're tucking the tailbone. We're shifting the weight more towards the backs of our heels. Deep bend into the knees, and arms are swept up by our ears. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands to the mat. Inhale, step back, high plank. Exhale, lower yourself, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, come forward and up, upward facing dog. Good. Exhale, roll over the toes, downward facing dog. With your next inhale, you're going to step the right foot in between your hands and then rise up, come to find your warrior one. In your warrior one, your hips are squaring off to the top of the mat, so you're squeezing the legs together. Your right leg is nice and bent, and your right foot is facing forward. The heels are in line, and your left foot is at a 45-degree angle facing the top left corner of the mat. Good. We're tucking the ribs in. Inhale and exhale, release the hands to the mat. Inhale, step back, high plank. Exhale, lower yourself, Chaturanga. Inhale, press yourself up, upward facing dog. Exhale, roll over the toes, downward facing dog. Coming to find a warrior one with our left foot forward now. So step that left foot forward, rise up, warrior one. Squaring the hips off to the front of the mat, squeezing those inner thighs together, bending deeply into that left knee. Arms are up by your ears. And exhale, release the hands either side of that left foot, step back, high plank, good. Inhale, exhale, lower yourself, Chaturanga. Inhale, forward and up, up dog. Exhale, roll over the toes, downward facing dog. Good, I know that was fast, so take a few breaths in your down dog, regroup. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 1. Gaze comes forward. You can bend into the knees and step, jump or float, landing in your halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. And then inhale, bend into the knees, sit deeply in your chair pose, Utkatasana chair. And exhale, hands come through heart center, stand tall, Tadasana. Starting with our sun salutation B now, but adding on to that sequence. We're going to sit low, Utkatasana chair pose. Again, tucking the tailbone, weight is towards the back of our feet. And exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, and exhale, plant the hands to the mat. You can bend into the knees here. Inhale, step back, high plank. Exhale, lower yourself, Chaturanga. Inhale, forward and up, upward facing dog. And exhale, roll over the toes, downward facing dog. You're going to step the right foot forward now, and instead of coming into warrior one, you're going to find your way into warrior two. So the right leg is as it was, but now the left foot is parallel to the back of the mat. The heels are still in a line, and we're opening up the hips to the long edge of the mat. Good. We are trying to split our chest open by reaching that right hand forward, left hand back. Gazes over that right hand. We're opening our hips by pushing that right knee back, pulling that left hip back. Shoulders are stacked over our wrists. Shoulders are stacked over our hips rather. Exhale 2, inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale, straightening that right leg, setting up for Trikonasana. We're going to reach that right arm forward and then lower the hand either to your shin or to the mat. Reach that left arm up and spin your heart up towards the sky. You'll feel a stretch firstly in your right leg, the right hammies, but also in your left side body. Exhale 2, inhale, exhale 1. Inhale, you're going to rise back up into your warrior 2, strong legs, strong arms, so that right leg is bent now. Place that right elbow on your right knee. Sweep the left arm up and over. Gaze through your left armpit. Find your extended side angle. We want to shrug the shoulders away from the ears here. Again, our heart is spinning up towards the sky. If you want more for your hips, you can lower your right hand to the mat. Exhale 2, inhale, and exhale 1. Place the hands either side of that front right foot, step the right foot back, high plank, and then lower yourself, chaturanga. Inhale forward and up, up dog. Exhale, roll over the toes, downward facing dog. You're now going to place the left foot in between your hands. Rise up, find your warrior 2. Again, I want you to really be opening up the hips here. So your back right foot is parallel to the back of the mat. Your left foot is facing forward. Your left knee is over your left ankle. The left knee is also drawing back. The right hip is drawing back. We're opening the hips. Left arm is reaching forward, right arm is reaching back. We're splitting open the chest and stacking the shoulders over the hips. Still tucking the tailbone, really pulling ourselves towards ourselves. Gaze is over your front left hand. Here for 2, inhale, exhale 1. Inhale, straighten that front left leg. Reach that left arm forward and then lower it either to the left shin or the mat if you can reach it. Reaching that right arm up to the sky, you're going to spin your heart up and finding yourself in this beautiful Trikonasana triangle pose, creating space with our body, stretching our side body and our left back leg. Then inhale, rise up, rebend into that left leg, come to find warrior 2. Place the left elbow on the left knee, sweep the right arm up and over, creating a straight line from our right foot to our right fingertips. Gaze through our right armpit, soften the shoulders away from the ears, spin the heart up to the sky. If you want more for the hips, lower that left hand to the mat. Good, you're doing so well. Really nice and strong in this pose. And with your next exhale, you're going to cartwheel the hands, pivot on that back foot so that you can make your way into high plank. Stepping that left foot back, come to your high plank, inhale. Exhale, lower yourself, chaturanga. Inhale, forward and up, up dog. Exhale, roll over the toes, downward facing dog. Gaze comes forward, step, jump or float, halfway lift. Inhale, sit low, Utkatasana chair pose. And exhale, hands through heart center, stand tall, Tadasana. Good, take 3 breaths here, just ground yourself. And we'll start that flow again and then add onto it. But we won't be holding the poses for as long, so don't worry. Inhale, sit low, Utkatasana chair pose. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands to the mat. Inhale, take your time, step, jump or float, high plank. Exhale, lower yourself, chaturanga, pause at 90 degrees. Inhale, press yourself up, broaden your chest, up dog. Exhale, roll over the toes, downward facing dog. You can reach up that right foot now and place it in between your hands. Rise up, warrior 2. Good, not holding this. Just moving straight into Trikonasana. Straighten that right leg, reach that right arm forward, then lower it to your shin or the ground. Left arm comes forward, we spin our heart up to the sky. Good. Inhale here and exhale. Inhale, rise up, warrior 2. Place that right arm onto the right knee, sweep the left arm up and over, straight line from your left fingertips to your left toe tips. Good. Inhale and exhale, release the left hand to the inside of the right foot. Come to the tippy toes of your back left leg. And then Reach that right arm up to the sky. Find yourself in a twisted lunge. Exhale 2, inhale, exhale 1. Bring your gaze down to that left hand, grip into the mat, and then roll onto the blade of your left foot. Find yourself in a side plank, taking any variation you would like. So maybe you want to use the right foot as a support, maybe you want to drop the left knee to the mat. Anything is perfect. Good. From the side plank, we're going to do something a little bit weird. So we're going to lift up our right foot and then step it to the outside of our left leg and flip yourself around so you're facing the back of your mat. We want to be facing the back of our mat in reverse tabletop, so fingertips are also pointing towards the back of the mat. You probably have moved off of your mat now, so you can just walk yourself back onto your mat like a crab. Come to find your reverse tabletop, lifting the hips, making sure that the feet are hip distance apart. Good. Stretching the arms and then lower the buttocks down slightly. Coming to just do 4 crab toe touches. We're going to lift up the left foot, right hand, touch the left foot with the right hand. Inhale, exhale, lower. Inhale, touch the right foot with the left hand, exhale, lower. Inhale, right hand, left foot, exhale, lower. Inhale, left hand, right foot, exhale, lower, and then lower the hips to the ground. Hover the legs off of the mat. Arms reach alongside your body. Find yourself in Navasana. Really activating the core here. We're going to do 4 Navasana crunches. So we're currently in our high boat pose. We're going to extend the legs and lower the back to the mat so that we're hovering just off of the mat in our low boat. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, crunch up. Exhale, extend. 2 more. Inhale, up. Exhale, extend. Inhale, up. Exhale, extend. And now hug the knees, rock back and forth. And then once you've gained momentum, rock yourself all the way up to stand in Tadasana, facing the back of your mat. Well done, that is the sequence, and we will repeat that on the other side. So facing the back of the mat, inhale, sit low, Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, halfway lift, and then exhale, plant the hands to the mat. Inhale, step, jump or float, high plank. Exhale, lower yourself, chaturanga. Inhale, forward and up dog, broadening the chest, and exhale, roll over the toes, downward facing dog. Reaching up that left foot now, place it in between your hands, rise up, find your warrior 2, good. Heel to heel alignment, bending into that left leg, and now we inhale, straighten that left leg, reach the left arm forward, left hand comes to left shin or the mat, reach that right arm up, Trikonasana, triangle pose. Here for 2, inhale, exhale, 1, rise up, rebend into that left leg, left elbow comes to left knee, sweep that right arm up and over, fingertip to heel alignment, shrugging out of the shoulders, spinning the heart up, good, inhale, and then exhale, you're going to come to find your twisted lunge, so lower that right hand to the mat, reach that left arm up to the sky, finding an easy twisted lunge here. Good, gaze comes to your right hand now, and you're going to roll onto the blade of your right foot. Find yourself in a side plank, taking whichever variation serves you today. So maybe using that left foot for support. And with your next inhale, you're going to step that left foot to the outside of your right leg and flip yourself over to that reverse tabletop. So you're now facing the front of your mat. Maybe you'll need to walk yourself back onto the mat, so go ahead and do that. Bridge the hips up, find your reverse tabletop, and then lower the hips, getting ready for crab toe touches. Make sure that the feet are hip distance apart. We'll start again by lifting the right hand and touching the left toes with the right hand. That's 1. Inhale, right toes, left hand, 2. Inhale, right hand, left toes, 3. And exhale, inhale, last one, 4. And lower the hips to the mat. Come to find your Navasana again. And we'll do 4 Navasana crunches. So inhale, high boat. Exhale, extend the legs, lower the back. Inhale, crunch. Exhale, extend. 2 more. Inhale, crunch. Exhale, extend. 1 more. Inhale, crunch. Exhale, extend. Hug the knees. Rock yourself back and forth. And then roll up. Stand tall. Tadasana. Mountain pose. Good. We're almost there. Inhale, palms to touch, reach them up to the sky, and exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands to the mat. Inhale, step, jump or float, high plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, forward and up, up dog, and then exhale, downward facing dog. Lower yourself to a child's pose, and then interlace the fingers up ahead of you. And for a brief second, I want you to draw the hands up to the sky, lifting the forearms off of the mat, and then reach the hands to the base of your neck, so behind you. Getting a really nice tricep stretch here. And just breathing. Good, release the hands back to the mat now. Tuck into the toes, send the bum up, come to find your dolphin pose. If this is too intense, you can just come to your forearm plank, so like a high plank but on your forearms. And we're going to rock forward and back, either in our dolphin or our forearm plank. So as you inhale, you're going to bring the shoulders over the elbows, and then exhale, move back. We'll do 6 more. Inhale, forward, exhale, back. Inhale, forward, back. Forward, back. 3 more, forward, back. Forward, back. 1 more, forward, back. And then find your way to your forearm plank if you aren't there already. So walk the feet towards the back of the mat. And we'll do 6 hip dips in total. So swaying the hips from side to side. So left hip comes to the left side, come back to center. Right hip, right side, back to center. Good, 2 more on each side. Center, right hip, center, left hip, center, right hip, center, left hip, center, right hip, center. And you can push yourself back up, come to find your high plank. Good, from high plank, exhale, downward facing dog. Gaze comes forward. And then hop yourself, so jump the legs through the hands, come to seat. Now that we are sitting on our bum, we will find a diamond pose and start to cool down. So bringing the soles of the feet to touch and walking the feet away from your hips and just hanging the head forward. So trying to not push or pull, but just hang, letting gravity do the work for you. And just come to catch your breath. And then roll yourself up, straighten that left leg, bring the right sole of the foot to the inside of your left thigh. Make sure that the sit bones are grounded, and then square the body over that straight left leg. Inhale, reach up, lengthen the spine, and then exhale, fold forward, come into Janu Shoshasana, head to knee pose. Just slowing down the breath, slowing down the heart rate here. You've worked so incredibly hard. Inhale, rise up. And now you're going to slip the left foot underneath the right knee, setting up for fire log. So shins are stacked and parallel to the front of the mat. It's important to keep the feet flexed here to protect the knees. Sit bones are grounded. Inhale and exhale, we'll fold forward. This is a really great hip stretch. Inhale, rise up, straighten that right leg now. That left foot comes to the inside of that right thigh. Square the body over that right leg. Flex into the right foot. Lengthen your spine. Inhale and exhale. Hinge forward. Janu Shirshasana, head to knee pose. And just remember to soften the shoulders away from the ears here. If you want a deeper stretch, try and activate your core and try and use your deep core to pull yourself closer to your thigh. Inhale, rise up, and then tucking that right foot underneath your left knee, stacking the shins so that they're parallel to the top of the mat. Your sit bones are grounded. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, and exhale, reach the arms out in front of you. Just breathing here. Rise up. You can straighten the legs and come to lie on your back. We're going to make our way into Shavasana shortly, but if you would like to take a final pose here, like a final happy baby, or maybe a supine twist, working into your spine, please go ahead and do that. Once you're ready, you can straighten your legs, let the feet flop out, the arms are resting alongside you, palms are facing up towards the sky, and you're in your Shavasana. You have made it. Start to slow down. Start to surrender and soften to the mat. Start to come back to your intention. Just for a second. Inhale. And exhale, side out. Finding complete stillness. To stay in this Shavasana for as long as you need. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Thank you for working hard. Namaste.